Welcome to North State Communications multimedia training video on the North State web portal. The web portal provides access to all subscribed features and services, personal profiles, and web-based contextual help from any internet-connected personal computer. You can access the web portal from Microsoft Internet Explorer and Mozilla Firefox by pointing your web browser to ews.northstateip.net. The web portal login screen prompts you to enter in your user ID and password, both of which have been provided to you by North State. You can also choose to enable the Remember Password option and also bookmark the page. If you are using a shared computer or a computer located in a public space, we recommend that you do not enable the Remember Password option. Once you have entered in your user ID and password, click Log In. If this is your first time logging into the web portal, you will be prompted to change your password. To do this, enter in your existing password and the new password of your choice. We recommend using a combination of alpha, numeric, and special characters to create a strong password. An example might be lowercase s, capital T, lowercase r, 0, lowercase ng, underscore, exclamation point. When finished, click OK to continue to your web portal. Once logged into your web portal, you will be presented with the Options menu on your left, which will drive the content that is displayed in your main window. There are also links in the upper right-hand portion of the web portal for context-based help, a link back to your home page, and the North State Call Manager if you have a subscription to that service. The first option menu item that we are going to cover is Profile. The three main areas of focus will be Profile, Passwords, and Time Schedule. Profile lets you add or update your personal information. We suggest that you fill out this information because it also populates certain fields in your company directory, such as your mobile telephone number, which will enable click-to-dial to those accessing the group directory. Clicking on Passwords takes you to the screen where you can change your web portal and voicemail passwords. To change either password, simply select the radio button, type your current password, followed by your new password. Please note if you have a subscription to the North State Assistant Toolbar, which uses the same password as the web portal, you will also have to change that password the next time you log in. Also note that your voice portal password should be between 4 and 6 numeric characters and may not contain your phone or extension number, be an expired password, or the reverse of an old password. To finish, click OK. Click on Time Schedule to access, add, or modify time schedule entries. Time schedules enable you to route calls based on time of day, for example, during business hours, holidays, or weekends. Time schedules can be used in conjunction with personal service features such as selective call acceptance and rejection, sequential ring, and priority alert. To add a time schedule, click the Add button and enter in a name to identify the schedule. For example, business hours. Next, select the start days that you would like to apply to this time schedule. For example, Monday through Friday. Then enter in the start times utilizing the hour:-minute format followed by AM or PM. Then repeat for end day and end time. Once you have entered in your business hours schedule, click OK. Now your time schedule will be available to all service features that can execute time of day routing. Incoming calls under the Options menu is where you can enable or disable features like call forwarding, Find Me, Follow Me, and Do Not Disturb. Please note that you will only see the features and services that you have subscribed to from Northstate. Let's begin with a general overview of basic features and services. As you can see, next to each feature is a status indicator letting you know if the feature is turned on or off, along with a brief description. To configure and enable a feature like call forwarding no answer, click on the feature link. The format for the majority of incoming call features is the same: turning the feature on or off, entering in the telephone number, and setting any other options like number of rings. Then to activate the feature, just click OK. You will then see its status indicator set to on. While you may be familiar with many of the features like call forwarding always and do not disturb, there are probably a few that you are not familiar with, like priority alert, selective acceptance, simultaneous ring personal, and CommPilot Express. This is where the context-based help comes into play. To learn about a particular feature or service from anywhere in your web portal, click on the feature you need help with and go to the exact screen you need assistance for. Then click on the help link in the upper right portion of your screen. For example, if you want to add a priority alert profile, start by clicking on the priority alert feature. While the feature page will give a more detailed description, it will not include the configuration steps. Since there are no entries listed, click Add. Once on the Add screen, you can now click the help link for step-by-step instructions. A new web page will open where you can view or print the setup instructions. When you are finished, close your web browser window. Selective routing lets you accept, reject, or forward calls based on time of day and incoming calling line ID. We are going to cover adding a selective acceptance profile. To configure and enable a selective acceptance profile, click on the feature link. Next, click Add. Then, give the profile a name, such as Weekend Profile, and select your time schedule that you created for weekend hours. If you have not already created the time schedule, you can do so by clicking on Profile under Options and then Time Schedules. Now you can decide what calls will be routed using this profile: all numbers, private or unavailable numbers, or specific phone numbers. Because this is a weekend profile, and I only want certain people to be able to reach me, I'm going to route my calls based on the following phone numbers. Enter in up to 12 unique 10-digit phone numbers or 4-digit extensions, such as important customers, co-workers, or managers, and then click OK. You will now see your profile is active, so click OK to finish. Anyone who travels, works in multiple offices, or has several communication devices knows the advantages of Find Me, Follow Me services. In the beginning, Call Forward No Answer was viewed as a traveler's best friend. but that feature pales in comparison to the next two features we are going to cover: Sequential Ring and Simultaneous Ring Personal. Sequential Ring allows you to configure up to 5 additional location numbers where you can be reached, allowing you to set the order and number of rings for each location. Callers will also hear a message when calling your office number indicating the phone system is trying to locate you. It will also give the caller the option to discontinue the search and be sent to your voicemail box. The feature can be active for all incoming calls or calls based on time of day and calling line ID. To configure the service, begin by clicking Add. Then give your profile a name and select your time schedule. Most people will use the sequential ring feature all the time, so we are going to leave the default time schedule selected. Now you can decide what calls will be routed using this profile: all numbers, private, unavailable, or specific phone numbers. Using the default time schedule, it is recommended to allow calls from any phone number. So click OK. With your profile now active, just enter in the location and number of rings in the order that you want the system to search. You can also enable answer confirmation, which will play a prompt message anytime a sequential ring location is reached, requiring you to press a key to accept the call. This helps you identify sequential ring calls from other outside callers. In this sequential ring scenario, incoming callers will be sent to your main office location first for 3 rings. Then they will be sent to your first sequential ring location, which could be a secondary office, for 2 rings. If there is no answer, your second location will be rang 3 times. This location may be your mobile telephone. As a side note, please remember that voicemail pickup looks the same to sequential ring as when you answer the phone. So remember to set the number of rings for each device to less than the number of rings before voicemail pickup. For example, if your mobile phone is in the number 2 search position and typically sends callers to voicemail after 4 unanswered rings, then you will want to set the number of rings for that location to no more than 3. This will prevent callers from being sent to your mobile voicemail. To save your sequential ring profile, just click OK. Simultaneous Ring allows you to configure up to 10 additional phone numbers that will all ring at the same time a call is received on your main office phone number. Whichever number you pick up on is where the call is sent. Begin by clicking Add. You can now enter in up to 10 unique phone numbers by entering in either a 4-digit extension for locations within your company or a 10-digit number for locations outside. You can also enable answer confirmation, which will play a prompt message anytime a simultaneous ring location is reached, requiring you to press a key to accept the call. This helps you identify simultaneous ring calls from other outside callers. Next, turn the service on, and then decide if you want it activated for all incoming calls, or if you only want it activated when you are not currently in a call on your main office number. Then click OK. As a side note, please remember that voicemail pickup looks the same to simultaneous ring as when you answer the phone. So always set your North State phone to have the least amount of rings before voicemail pickup. For example, if your mobile phone and home phone are listed in the simultaneous ringing list and both typically send callers to voicemail after 4 unanswered rings, then you will want to make sure your North State phone greeting is set to answer after no more than 3 rings. This will prevent callers from being sent to external voice messaging service like mobile and landline. For more details on greetings, see the messaging section of this training video. To access your ComPilot Express profiles, click on its feature link. ComPilot Express provides 4 predefined routing profiles that can be customized by each user. Available in office, available out of office, busy, and unavailable. Available in office profile is used while you are working from the desk where your phone is located. For users that move about an office, this profile allows you to ring another number at the same time and also to route based on availability. The available out-of-office profile is used while you are working away from your desk for an extended period of time. This profile can be set to automatically forward calls to your mobile number or notify you of new calls via email. The busy profile is used while you are temporarily unavailable to take calls or you are in a meeting. You can choose to selectively forward specific numbers to another location, while all others are transferred to voicemail, and also to receive an email notification when you receive a new voice message. The unavailable profile is used outside of business hours or when you are on vacation or holiday. You can choose to selectively forward specific numbers to another location, while all other calls are sent to your voice messaging unavailable greeting. Once configured, the profiles can be activated using the pull-down menu in your web portal, via the North State Call Manager, and also by accessing your voice messaging portal. Also, please note that your ComPilot Express profile will take precedence over most other call routing features like call forwarding, call notify, and simultaneous ring personal. To finish, simply select your profile and then click OK. The next options menu item that we're going to cover is outgoing calls. The majority of features and services in the outgoing calls menu require no configuration and are self-explanatory. 2 such features are call return and last number redial. To use call return, dial *69 and send from your telephone handset. And for last number redial, dial *66 and send on your telephone handset. The personal phone list option is only available and viewable if you have subscribed to the North State Call Manager. So please see the training video for the Call Manager for personal phone list configuration details. Two features we are going to cover in this video are Speed Dial 8 and Speed Dial 100. First, we'll talk about Speed Dial 8. Speed Dial 8 allows you to enter in up to 8 telephone numbers that can be dialed from your telephone by pressing a single number followed by send. To configure, type in the extension or telephone number next to the speed code and then enter in the name. For example, to dial the CEO's mobile telephone number by simply pressing 5 and send on your telephone, enter in the mobile number next to speed code 5 and assign the name. When finished, click OK. Speed Dial 100 allows you to enter up to 100 telephone numbers that can be dialed from your telephone by pressing the speed dial prefix, the 2-digit speed code, and then send. Your Speed Dial 100 prefix can be found on the main Speed Dial 100 screen. In this case, it's the #. To configure, begin by clicking the Add button. Then select the 2-digit speed code you want to assign from the pull-down list, enter in a name in the description field, and then enter in the extension or telephone number. For this example, I assigned speed code 20 to XYZ customer. So to dial, simply press the pound key, 20, and send on your telephone handset. When finished, click OK. To add additional speed dials, just repeat the steps. We all know how to check voicemail messages when sitting at our desk, but what about when we are not in the office? One option is to dial our office number, provided that we don't have any Find Me, Follow Me features enabled, wait for the greeting to start, press the star key, and enter in the password. Another way is to dial your Voice Portal remote access number and enter in your mailbox ID and password. The alias feature takes Voice Portal remote access one step further, by allowing you to enter in phone numbers that the system will automatically recognize as you. To configure an alias, click the feature link and then click Add. For this example, I'm going to add my 10-digit mobile phone number and finish by clicking OK. Now, when I dial my Voice Portal remote access number from my mobile phone, the system will take me directly to my voicemail inbox, only prompting for a password. Please note, if you wish to have the system automatically log you in without entering a password, see the section on Voice Portal Auto Login. To directly access your voice message service without entering a password, start by clicking on the feature link for Voice Portal. If the Auto Login to Voice Portal option is enabled, anytime you access your voicemail system from your office phone or call your Voice Portal remote access number from a number listed in your aliases, you will automatically be logged into your voicemail inbox. To save, simply click OK. Voicemail distribution lists provide users within the same group or company the ability to send a voicemail message to multiple recipients at the same time. To configure, begin by clicking on the feature link. You can add up to 15 distribution lists with an unlimited amount of users in each list. For example, if I wanted to create a sales team distribution list, I would first select the list number, which will change color when selected. I can then enter in the name in the description field and proceed to add extensions by clicking the Add button. To send out a voicemail to the sales distribution list, I can log into my voicemail system, choose Record a Message, and then select Distribution List as the destination. Press the number corresponding to the sales distribution list, and then select Send. If members of the distribution list also have voicemail to email enabled, they will also get a copy of the voicemail sent as a WAV file attachment in an email. To save your distribution list, simply click OK. The Greetings feature lets you view and record busy, no answer, and alternate no answer greetings, in addition to setting the number of rings a caller hears before being sent to your voicemail box. The busy greeting is played to callers anytime you are currently in a call, have Do Not Disturb activated, or when your ComPilot Express setting is set to busy or unavailable. The no answer greeting will be the default for all other occasions. You can also record and activate up to 3 alternate no-answer greetings. For example, vacation, out of office, and alternate contacts. You can also choose to use system default greetings in conjunction with your personalized recorded name. To set the number of rings a caller hears before reaching your greeting, use the pull-down menu to select the number. As you have in the past, you can record your name and greetings over the telephone by dialing into your voicemail system. For those of you with USB or analog microphones, however, you can also record your greetings on your personal computer and upload them to your voicemail system. This will provide an easy way for you to manage and activate your greetings. In order to successfully upload a greeting, a specific file format must be used, which can easily be created using Windows Sound Recorder or a similar audio editor. First, plug in the USB or analog microphone to your computer's USB or audio input jack. If you are using a Windows-based machine, locate and launch Sound Recorder, which is typically found in Programs, Accessories, and Entertainment. When you are ready to record, click the record button and speak your greeting into the microphone. When you are satisfied with your recorded greeting, click File, Properties, and then click Convert Now. In the Format field, select CC-ITT-U-Law. Then, in the Attributes field, select 8 kHz 8-bit mono. You can save this recording profile for future recordings by selecting Save As and assigning a name. Then click OK. With your greeting recorded in the appropriate format, click File, Save As, choose your location, then just name the file and click Save to finish. To upload your recorded greeting, select the greeting type, then click Browse to locate your file. Select the file and choose Open. Finish by clicking Apply. If your greeting was successfully uploaded, you will see the file name displayed. The voice management section is set up to route busy and unanswered calls to your voicemail, and to notify you on your phone with a message indicator light. We recommend that you do not change any of these settings. The first voice message feature that you can activate is email notification of new voicemail messages. If activated by clicking the box and entering in a valid email address, you will receive an email containing the calling line ID of the caller that left you the message, along with the date and timestamp of the message. For users with standard cellular phones, contact your provider as many times they can give you an email address to use that will notify you via SMS text message. If you would like to receive a copy of the voice message in addition to the notification, you will want to enable the Email Voice Message Carbon Copy option. With a valid email address, you will now receive an email with a WAV file attachment that can be played on any personal computer or mobile device that supports WAV files. This is a great way to archive your voicemail messages and to also forward the message to anyone with an email address. Please note, if this option is enabled, it is not necessary to have the Voicemail Notify option enabled as well. Also, some mobile devices like smartphones, PDAs, and Blackberries require third-party software to play back the WAV files. Check with your phone manufacturer's website for information on third-party WAV file applications. Finally, the Transfer on Zero to Phone Number feature is a great way to connect your callers to another party in the event of your absence or in an emergency. To activate this feature, you must check the box, enter in a valid extension or phone number, and then change your no-answer greeting to reflect this option. For example, if I am going to be on vacation for the next 2 weeks and want callers to have the option of contacting my backup directly, I would activate the feature, enter in the phone number of my backup, and record a no-answer greeting instructing callers that if they need to speak to someone now, to press 0. They will then be directly transferred to my backup. Once all your options have been configured, simply click OK.